Balran here. I'm going to go over all the settings that I do on my Fortnite to keep my FPS at a good level. My monitor is 165 hertz. I have an AMD Ryzen 9 3950X 16 core processor with the 3070 GeForce RTX video card, and then I have 32 gigabytes of RAM. Now, to start off with that, I go to my library on Epic Games. I go click the three dots, click options, and then on here, I can, most of the time people have high resolution textures on, uncheck that, hit apply. If I don't use DirectX 12, I have heard if you don't use DirectX 12, then you can uncheck that. I keep it on there sometimes because there's sometimes I just kind of like after updates I like to check to see if DirectX 12 might run better, but overall it doesn't. So I do have it still checked on, but make sure that high resolution textures is unchecked and hit apply. After, just hit play, and then I'll go over my settings in game. Okay, so I go to my settings, click on settings. I have it on windowed full screen. Sometimes I'll run it at full screen, but when you stream and stuff, alt tabbing kind of gets annoying because it makes the screen black and just doesn't look as good. So I normally have it on window full screen, especially when I stream, so I can go to my other monitors. I do have it on 1440p at the moment, because that's what my monitor is. I'll be switching to a 1920 by 1080 monitor again, probably down to 24-inch instead of the 27 that I have. It's at 165 due to that's what my monitor's hertz rate is. So a lot of people don't know and don't understand that when you on your rendering mode, when you have performance, your DirectX 11 actually affects your performance mode as well. So when you look at performance, there's not a lot of stuff to change. So if you go to DirectX 11 and you hit apply, it'll make you restart. Once you've restarted, you can go to your settings again, and once you get there, you'll see a lot more stuff to choose from. We'll just kind of go from top to bottom. I've already explained I do window full screen during streaming, 1440p, because I have a 27-inch monitor, 1440p. Turn VSync off, 165 FPS, because my monitor is 165 hertz, so I try to get the FPS and the hertz to match up. Rendering mode will be on performance after we get done with this, so, but until then, stick to that. Brightness, it's kind of your preference. You can kind of do whatever your screen kind of looks. I think that's your preference. Colorblind mode, also your preference. Motion blur off. I have quality presets on custom and anti-aliasing and super resolution on off. Temporal super resolution on custom. You want your 3D resolution at 100%. Some people said you can get some FPS gains with 98%, so I tried it. It's just kind of preference. It's no big deal. Either way, if your computer can't run it, I'd say the lowest to go is probably 90% because it kind of starts to look very bad and you're not going to enjoy it. Since you have everything on off or custom, you're not supposed to be able to mess with these. You might have to kind of play around with it so you can make sure your 3D resolution is at 98% or 100%. But everything else I turn on off except for view distance. View distance, I do have medium. I don't notice too much of a difference between the near and the medium though. So once again, that is preference. So off, medium, low, low, low. I have show FPS on. Use GPU crash debugging off. Latency markers off. NVIDIA reflex low latency I have on plus boost. It just seems to run better that way and less lag issues or anything like that. So I just have it on boost, and then report performance stats you can have as off as well. After you do that, you want to switch back to performance mode and hit apply, and then you're gonna have to restart. All right. So game's restarted. I go back to settings once more, just kind of double check everything, make sure everything's there and set up. Now, I've tried a lot of different things. There might be something that I'm missing that will help me be able to use DirectX 12. If there is something that has helped you, I'm down to try it out. I'm down to test anything that anybody can, any information anybody can give out. Just because I do want higher FPS or frame rates, or more secured frame rates, I'll say. And yeah, I've tested out a lot of different theories online and just trying to figure things out. All right, so those are my settings. And yeah, hit me in the comments on what you think, what you do, and I'll see you in the next one.